Should label this part 1, how to mix your dough. It's as easy as doing this. Alright? Take a little bit of this, you pour it into there, exit stage right. Take a little bit of this, you chase it in there with that. Exit stage right. Do a little cleaning of your finger for the baking that's to come. And that was it. That's easy. That's as easy as it is to mix up the dough. So without further ado, 3 cups of regular flour. This is my very large bottle of yeast, and that is a 1/4 teaspoon with my bad eyes. 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. You've seen it, pretty easy. Now, a little warning, yeast doesn't like salt. I'm just going to give my yeast a little quick stir in. Pink, pink. Salt. Teaspoon or so. Now I'm going to turn on the hot tap water. We're going to run that. Again, I'm stirring my salt in now. You see what I'm using for a tool? Pretty basic. Alright, I got some hot water running. So I'm looking now for 1.5 cups of hot water. Right out of the tap. The yeast that I'm using was instant yeast. So there's 1 cup and there's 1/2. That is it. With the same implement, I will stir. I'm just going to loosen it up off the sides, keep the powder off the sides, and give it a rough go. Okay, so maybe it's a little bit more stirring than the Crown Royal, but you know, just as worth it if you ask me. So I'm going to keep stirring it around, and I'm just gumming it up until it looks pretty rough, pretty crumbly. And I'm just going to stir it around until I get everything off the sides of the bowl, more or less, and I form a kind of a rough, oatmeal-y looking kind of ball. And that's it. Another good tool for this is your scraper. Scraper works well when you're cutting and shaping dough as well. Okay, done. A little bit of the stretch and seal. I'm going to cover it up with the hot water we added. The yeast is already going to start to activate. We're just going to cover it airtight so we keep the moisture in, because it's nice moist bread dough. And if you're the religious type, you can always bless your bread and all that crap. Put your towel over it, because that just seems to be something we do. I don't think it really has much of a... Now, I'm going to put it on the counter. I got nothing turned on in the oven, so the oven is cool. And I'm just going to let it rise. I'm going to let this one actually rise 3 hours before I touch it. And then after 3 hours, with wet hands, I'm going to reach in the bowl and I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to flop it down on top of each other, kind of fold it over. Rotate the bowl and I'm going to fold it again. Rotate and fold it a bit. But I'm going to do all of that in the bowl so it doesn't get messy. And you can do that as many times as you want over 2 days. But don't let your bread overproof. You know, catch it on the way up, flip it over and try it again. You can go 36 hours apparently with this recipe for the yeast to stay viable. Another option, take this now you mixed up tonight at 10 o'clock at night and put it in your fridge and it'll slowly rise. And by the morning you can come in and you can take it out, let it warm up, and then you can either cut it, divide it, and do your thing, and let it rise in your baker's couche, or you can play with it some more for another day. It's a pretty easy recipe, and it's pretty forgiving bread. So there you go. There you have it. Thank you. Bye.